How's it going, my Flesh and Blood fans? We had a ban and restricted release today, and we're going to do a pretty raw take here and start talking about it. So, for Classic Constructed, which is the most popular format, we have Bonds of Agony is banned, which I'm absolutely fine with. I think Take Up the Mantle, even though that probably would have been the other card that would have gotten let go. I think Take Up the Mantle is fine now because you don't have that surprise of I'm stripping cards out of your hand kind of thing. I think it opens up for some more interesting play lines with that. And if it still becomes a problem, they can always get rid of it then. But it's a ban I'm fine with as far as trying to bring Slippy down a little bit and Assassins in general. The red and yellow golden tipples are gone, which pretty much makes it a majestic, and they're going to be in blue. So it's probably the best tipple that Gravy would want. I'm kind of surprised. I actually thought Swell would be the one to get banned. I actually think this one's a little bit more punishing for Gravy. We'll see how it goes. Maybe Gravy will start fizzling out of the meta a little bit. But it's one I'm unsure of. I'm obviously not a huge competitive player, and I do more armories than anything. So as far as my armory, I haven't experienced a whole lot of Gravy. So I'm not 100% sure how much that's going to hit him, but in the next few weeks, we'll probably have a good idea from there. Plume of Evergrowth is banned. And I do have the article here. I didn't get to read into this a little too much. Now that I'm scrolling through, I did notice that, getting rid of the tipples kind of cripples Marlin, which is unfortunate. But she hasn't seen a whole lot of play as it is. Maybe over time she'll get something. They're already saying that she's going to get some support in Super Slam, but is it going to be enough? Probably not. So Plume of Evergrowth was banned. It says Verdance has always envisioned to be a battle mage, weaving arcane and physical damage. I'll cut some of these dead spots off too for you. So Verdance Limbo cannot deal enough damage over the course of a game to close out opponents. And that's where Rampant Growth and Life was born. It's a combo kill. Okay. So pretty much Plume and Evergrowth they just felt was too big of a game ender. Which is hilarious because it's a common card. But yeah, they don't want people being able to spike a whole lot of damage out of nowhere, and also the reason why Bonds of Agony got banned. So I'm not a huge Verdance player. I'm sure they'll have better intakes on that banning, but I have a feeling that they're just going to be fine. Talk a Big Game was interesting. It does say choose a number, and next time you deal that much or more, you create that many might tokens. Which I'm assuming because it's Brute and Guardian, I have a good feeling that something out of Super Slam is going to be coming out to ruin that card. Okay, so yeah, I was right. Reading the article, they pretty much said that Talk a Big Game might actually be a dangerous card to have. So it will be really interesting to see what cards we're going to be seeing out of that set. And then Germinate got unbanned, which Florian's not really a huge problem in the meta at the moment. So at least now they can play around with that a little bit, and maybe he'll end up seeing some more play. Like I said, I think their biggest problem was obviously Gravy was the most represented deck, and then Slippy was the most represented deck. So our two biggest worries was seeing that Tipple got banned for Gravy, Bonds of Agony got banned for Slippy. It does hurt Marionette a little bit as well, who was kind of a sleeper. against the Slippy matchups. All right, and then with that said, there's obviously some Blitz stuff. Ain't too worried about that. Living Legend, Deadwood Dirge got unrestricted. And I glanced at the article a little bit. It just pretty much said something about Viserai obviously really likes it, so they're going to make that a little bit more playable for that. Also, it says early returns in our efforts to bring Chain back to the rest of the Living Legend field. They're thinking the Deadwood Dirge being unrestricted is going to help out a little bit with that, because yeah, they did kind of cripple him a little bit. Me personally, I would have been fine with that still being restricted and him getting Carrion Husk back, but it's fine. I wish I would have had it in my Living Legend matchup, but that's okay. With that said, since we just got this ban unrestricted, with me having this ongoing tournament right now, we are going to stay with what it was before this new ban restricted came out, even though I don't think any of the heroes that are left would even play Deadwood Dirge, so it's not a big problem. But just to let you guys know in the future, because I think we're going to do more of those, if there is some kind of ban restricted in the middle of the tournament that I have going on, we're just going to stay to what it was when we started and finish it out from there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously we have Super Slam coming up soon. I feel okay about it. None of my classes are really in it, so it's just a set to, have some fun and enjoy the pre-release. But I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.